Survived another torrential downpour. I'm really glad it came through at night. That'll give me a chance to actually get out on Lake Ouachita. Do some fishing actually. Saw a little bit of blue sky out there a minute ago. About 7 a.m. I slept in today.
It's the morning of day 9, Lake Ouachita, and as you can see, it's pretty high. I'm gonna start out throwing this crankbait, not the same one that I've had on at Rapala. This is a deeper diving crank, bright because real muddy water conditions. This is usually a clear water lake. And I'm also going to be throwing a brown and chartreuse lizard. I have a feeling going to get wet again today, but kind of prepared for it. So, let's see if we can't catch some fish. That's how they survive floods. I think those are fire ants. On my way up to Shady Lake, decided I'd stop here in Mount Ida at Bob's Food City and see if I can't find some chicken livers or something cheap to do some catfishing with once I get there, because I really think that that's going to be something that will work well with the water being high like it is. I think Shady Lake being a smaller lake will be easier for me to fish. Saw a lot of bass boats headed out towards Lake Ouachita, but just can't fight that wind with these thunderstorms around in the canoe to be able to get out on the main lake to get some of these places. So check it out. Spend a little of today's at 25. Victorious. Return with 1 loaf of bread for myself and 1 package of chicken livers for $1.16. It's even cheaper than it was at Walmart. Packed yesterday. Delicious. I was cruising down a forest road towards Shady Lake when I noticed a pond on the right-hand side. It was obviously fairly recently constructed. At first, I thought it must be someone's private pond. And in all truth, it still could have been. But on closer inspection, there was no house, were no signs, and no gate on the road down to it. So I figured it was worth a shot. Oh, buddy. That is a bluegill. Look at the size of that guy. That's what I'm talking about right there. Immediately. That's something I can sink my teeth into. You want to talk about some perch fishing? Look at the size of this dude! Oh man! And there's got to be 50 of them over there. That's fishing. That right there is my best stringer of bluegill, brim, red ear, whatever you want to call them, that I've ever had in my life. camera's seeing better than I am through this windshield. So, it's 1:30 in the afternoon, and this is how dark it is. I'm having to use the cab light so you can even see me on camera. Getting ready to head up to Shady Lake. Found a turnoff for it. I got sidetracked here at a place called Albert Pike because it's on the Little Missouri River and it looks fantastic for fishing. But we're also in the middle of a lightning storm. So I'm going to save it for tomorrow. Onward to Shady Lake. And it is up this very ominous looking road, 14 miles. The weather brightened and Shady Lake was cool, but it ended up being $10 a night to camp. I coughed up the day use fee and ate my fish and filled my water jugs. I didn't have the energy to fish much by the time I had cleaned, prepped, cooked, and eaten my Bream feast. I got it right this time. That is some good looking fish right there. It's 7 p.m., day 9, and I have retired to the camper for the evening. Found a nice little spot right here by a creek, just about 2 miles down from Shady Lake. It's the brightest it's been all day, so it's hard to believe that I'm sitting in bed. But I know that I don't have enough dry firewood to keep a fire going for very long, so there's no reason to try that. Really, I'm just kind of regrouping for tomorrow. Kind of sick of being out in the rain, and I've got a full belly from that fantastic lunch. And I've just been kind of looking at my route from here on, thinking about funds, how my funds are holding out, which I think they're doing okay. Tomorrow, into tomorrow is a third of the way, and I have decided not to drop straight down to Texas to avoid getting an Oklahoma fishing license, because it would cost me more in gas to go south and then back north than it would to get an Oklahoma fishing license, I think. So it's really kind of exciting, the thought of going right across Oklahoma. I'll probably follow the Canadian River out and then cross the Panhandle of Texas. Even though it's been raining here in the Ouachitas, it's still been a blast. I've loved it. Catching those monster brim today was just super exciting. I mean, that was a trophy fish to me, that one red ear, and they were delicious. So, in the meantime, I'm going to do a little writing here on the old laptop, listen to some Cypress Hill, maybe make up my Washington or bust sign. I had one in the makes, and it's just straight up gone. I can't find it anywhere. So I'm gonna say somebody stole it. That's what I usually do when I can't find something. So until something exciting happens, or mañana, party on, dudes.